Happy Sunday from Sickles Garage. How's it going today? So this is part 3, kind of really part 2 of the wiring harness for the Lemans. So I have the rear harness today that I'm going to be working on. I got the trunk all sprayed pretty much where the harness goes. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the third member light that I'm not going to use. I was going to depin it out of the harness, but I might use it later on, so I'm just going to hide it. So I put some heat shrink on it, and then I'm going to hide it in the harness, and it'll be in a good place if I ever want to add the third member light. What else do I have? I ordered a bunch of stuff. It was supposed to be here today, but it sounds like it's going to be here tonight. So we'll see how far I can make it today and give you updates. It might be, some of that stuff might get done tomorrow, and I'll take video of that. So anyway, I'll show you what I've done, and I'll start laying the harness in there. I'm going to try to take more content of me actually doing the work because, you know, I'm really bad at doing that. So here we go. All right, so first of all, I want to show you this. I got this at Harbor Freight. It's a rechargeable light. It's got 3 settings, you know, like low, medium, and high. USB charging. It's cool, man. At $29, you can't go wrong. Kind of sticks to everything. Has some lights on the back to show you. Anyway, this is kind of what I did. I went in here, I redid the seam sealer around there. I sprayed it with the trunk paint. I didn't really like how it covered very well, but it'll do. The car's getting redone sometime like later in life, right? So I'm just getting it together just to drive it. If I decide to redo it later on, somebody else is gonna redo it. I'm not gonna, it's too much work for me. So yeah, if you're asking why I didn't do the bottom, well, it's because I gotta lay in the trunk to do some work up on top of that wheel well for the dome light. So I figured I'll just spray it after I get done working in the trunk. The harness will be out of the way. It'll be covered. You won't be able to see it. So anyway, that's kind of where that's at. Let's get busy and I'll get that harness laid in there. All right, so basically I just fed it in through the trunk. There's a hole where this harness goes through. I'll show you here in a second. I just feed it through there. This lays back in there real nice because that's where it was. I just cleaned it up. It had some kind of tape on it from the factory, as you can see. I think I'll probably put some just clear double-sided on there, or I'll just put a couple spots of silicone just to hold it down, RTV. So, yep, that's where that's at. And then it plugs in to this harness right here. And it feeds up through a little conduit up there. This harness does. So we'll just get it all fed up in there and get her plugged in and look at it. It might be a little bit longer than factory, which I wasn't anticipating. So I might have to pull these wires back a little bit and redo this. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'd rather have a little bit of slack and then cut it off at the rear. I don't want a ton of stuff up underneath the dash. It's already bad enough. So, all right, see you in a second. So, yep, this just lays in that channel. Like I said, it goes up through a little channel in there and then comes up here and goes that connector. It laid in there real nice. Clutch pedal doesn't touch. Clutch pedal's not in use, at least for now, since I said it had a 4L80 in it. I just left it in there because I plan on changing it over to a T56 later on. We'll see. So anyway, I got it back here. And we just need to lay this down in here. And it will lay back under all of its original connectors, or hold downs. And then it goes up through. And there's another one back here. Clip that one in, and then it just goes through this hole in the bulkhead. So I just fed it through that hole to the front because it was easy. And then once we get it in here, it'll go up over on top of that fender well. All right, so for my dome light, it was messed up before. So I had this little pigtail on there. I'm gonna fix that as I rewire this. So it came with a whole nother harness, but I don't feel like taking the headliner out or trying to fish it up through. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna depin this guy. So basically you just take your little pick. There's a little square opening above the terminal, and then you can just pull them out. So pretty easy on these old GMs. They say that, now I probably won't be able to get this one out. So there you go. And what I'll do is I'll see if I have some of these terminals, otherwise I'll run to the parts store and I will just make some terminals up and re-term it in the trunk. That way I don't have a solder joint or anything like that. So, all right, on to the next. So I got that connector terminated up in there. I had all kinds of problems. Them GM connectors are kind of hard to terminate when they're, you know, that little short wire that's in there. But it's all factory. I did run this a little bit differently. Originally, it kind of ran from here and kind of went across and then up. I just have it temporarily tied up so I know where I'm going with it. I'm waiting for my stuff to come, like I said. And then it runs up over this through the channel, and then I'll start doing the tail lights. But I did have an interesting discovery while I was in here. I found Optimus Prime. Just kidding. Just some old Optimus speakers, if anybody remembers those. So, all right, everyone. I hope you have a great work week. I'm going to work on this. I have some more time off this week, so I will be keeping on working on it and sending more videos out. So what did I finish up with tonight? I'll show you quick. I'm still waiting on the rest of the electrical stuff. So basically the wires are back here to the back. I just need to wire them up. However, in order to do that, I had to get my bumper down out of the attic, and it's in pretty bad shape. So I just kind of cleaned up the back, sprayed it with some aluminum spray. It's getting hung back on there. It's a driver. So I will slowly, after it gets together and I start driving it, I'll just buy more parts. So anyway, also I pulled the gauge cluster out and stuff. Lots to come on that. I'll give you a hint. I'm buying some aftermarket gauges. So it will be pretty cool. I will send you an update as soon as I get those ordered and I get them in, and I'll show you what they look like. So anyway, have a great Sunday. See ya.